You're welcome to another episode of Safety Moments with Walieullah. In our last discussion, we discussed about the hierarchies of safety control measures. We mentioned elimination, substitution, engineering control, administrative control, and the use of PPE. We explained what elimination is and how we can relate it to our homes. To eliminate means that you are removing the hazard from happening. It can also be that you are redesigning the system in a way, or the equipment or the structure in a way that it will eliminate a particular hazard. Example of elimination, like we discussed last week, is like outsourcing your kitchen. Okay, I don't want my wife to cook. I don't want to have any cooking equipment. I don't want to have any gas in my house. Let me outsource it for someone. They should, what we want to see is they should bring food to our home. You don't want any gas cooker. You don't want any electric cooker. It's outsourcing. You can also outsource the laundry. We don't want any iron. We want everything to be done. They just bring it. That is example of elimination. It's a very good control measure, but it's hardly used because most times it's not practicable. Then we mentioned substitution method too. That is, you are reducing the hazard. You are substituting a less hazardous. You are substituting a more hazardous substance or a more hazardous situation by a less hazardous one. For example, instead of want to want to use want to change maybe your bulb. Okay, let me use bulb. You want to change. You want to there's an issue on your electric pole in your home, and this NEPA came and they want to help you to solve it, and they use ladder. Now ladder is very good. Instead of climbing like a monkey, they use ladder. It's very safe, but it's not as safe as using what we call mobile elevated working platform. That one is like an equipment that the electrician or the person wants to repair it will stand on it. Then it will be controlled. Then it will take the person up to that height. It's going to do the repairs and everything. Then it's going to come down. There are a lot of examples of substitution in our homes too. For example, instead of using normal water, that manual grinder, the stress, the energy, economics. Instead of using that, you can use your blender. You've done what? Substitution. My mom, for example, before used to use all this local machine, all this manual one that you'll be pressing. But now, most fashion designers, they use industrial ones because what? It is less stressful. They don't need to go on pressing the machine continuously like that. Another good example of substitution is when you replace your instead of using generators when there's no light, when there's no power supply. Instead of using generator, you have panels. Now your panel is safer than the generator because you're not going to use any petrol or diesel or whatever. It has removed the usual fire hazard based from the use of those chemicals or use of those petrol or whatever. Then the noise that comes from the generator, then the carbon dioxide, they are all hazardous. So you've substituted a more hazardous substance or equipment by what? Less hazardous one. So there are a lot of examples of substitution. Another good example is replacing your tiles because of slippery floor with rug. It is more safe for us. Another one is instead of using insecticides because of the smell, when you inhale it affects in our lung system and sometimes they are carcinogenic. Instead of doing that, you decide to use this insect repellent. This insect attract insects and kills them. Yeah, as simple as that. Then we mentioned what do we call it? Engineering control. We said engineering control is creating a barrier between the person, and the equipment and the hazard. You are creating a barrier, a guard. As simple as that. You are putting a system in isolation to restrict access to it. It's part of the meaning of what? Of engineering control. Like using of smoke detectors is an engineering control. Designing a system is part of engineering control. There are a lot of examples of engineering control. Using a padlock to lock the kitchen so that children will not get access to it is part of engineering controls. Your fuse is engineering control. Proper ventilation in your home is engineering control. There are lots and lots of them. So we've used almost 5 minutes to explain that. Now to today's topic, we are going to briefly discuss about the remaining two, which is the administrative control and PPE. Very simple. When you talk about administrative control, it means that you are putting a system in place to monitor, to protect, or reduce the effect of an hazard. You are putting a lot of system in place to make sure that administrative system are actually in place to make sure that these things are being, the substitution method, elimination method, or whatever method they are using is being used properly. So that's what the simple way to analyze what administrative control is. For example, training your workers on how to use elimination or substitution method is part of administrative control. You are giving them training your kids, sitting them at home, don't touch this, don't touch this, this is not good. Putting rules and regulation in your home. If you are below 5, you don't enter the kitchen. It's part of what? Rules and regulations and part of administrative control. Labeling your do not touch, your change switch, where you change your current from NEPA to generator, or power supply to generator, where you put a caution sign, do not touch, not for kids. The kitchen, you limit the access. You, when you place those cutleries above the height, their reach is part of all those things that you put in place. The timing, okay, when you're in the kitchen, a maximum of 30 minutes because of the heat. Maybe you don't have AC in your kitchen like us, we don't have. It's part of what? Administrative control. Who will go to a particular place at a particular time? It's part of administrative control. What time to get home? Because of the security issues in Nigeria now, it's part of administrative control. Doing exercises once in a while, weekends, call your family in a particular evening. Exercises is part of administrative control. Labeling is part of administrative control. Reducing exposure to heat, to chemicals, to anything dangerous is part of what? Administrative control. Doing proper housekeeping in your home is part of what? Administrative control. You can keep mentioning example of what? Administrative control. Even using some kind of checklist to know what you've the hazard that you've identified, and which one has been eradicated and which one is still existing, and how to process your system in your home is administrative control. For example, okay, every third day of the month, I always check the our car. I always check this every third day of the week. I always check this, I always check that, I always look at this, repair this, maintain this. It's part of what? Administrative control. Scheduling of repair and maintenance, part of administrative control. Then the last one is PPE. As simple as that. PPE, using your hand glove, using your apron. If you have beers like me, using your bed cover or net to cover it from your food. Using head cover, you're in the kitchen. Nigerian home, I don't say we know they do this, but it's part of those controls. You want to quickly do something, a little thing in your home, make sure that you're on your hand gloves and it doesn't affect you. You want to, you're in the kitchen and something is maybe, how can I put it? Maybe for example now, a local area where you are using kerosene and the flames are coming up, use your nose cover. You are burning something which is not good actually, use your nose cover. All these things are what? Example of PPE. Add that, eye goggle, nose mask, earplug, body annex. All these things are example. There are more to it of PPE. So that is the 5 hierarchy of safety control measures. Though there are some opinion that we have a 6th one, which is discipline, but I can put discipline as part of administrative control. You get. So let us mention it again: elimination, substitution, engineering control, administrative control, and PPE. Those are the 5 hierarchy of safety control measures. As simple as that. If you need any clarification, you can always comment. Thank you, and do have a lovely weekend ahead.